We recently tore apart the data of over 9,000 D2C brands. And let me give you the conclusion right now. The top 10% brands are running twice as more ads, or even up to 3.5 times more ads than the bottom 90%. The top 10% in the beauty industry are running 296 ads simultaneously. In the kitchenware sector, they're running 344 ads at the same time. Today, I'm going to dissect this shocking data for you. I'll reveal the secret of how these top 10% brands pump out hundreds of ads without going bankrupt at the cost of production. Furthermore, I'll show you exactly how to beat them without spending a single dollar on new creative shoots using a strategy called asset atomization. In this video, you're going to learn exact benchmark numbers for your niche, learn the top 10% fast kill strategy, and I'll walk you through the exact 3-step process you can apply to your winning creatives today. This is the ad count ratio by industry, comparing the gap between top 10% versus bottom 90%. In the kitchen industry, the winners are running 3.5 times more ads creative than the bottom 90%. And pet supplies, it's close to 3. Beauty and skincare, also 2.5 in the bottom 90%. For a detailed breakdown, take a look at this graph. In the kitchen industry, top 10% are running 344 ads, whereas the bottom 90% are running 98 ads. For pet supplies, it's 278 versus 102. For beauty and skincare, it's 296 versus 116. Most founders obsess over how do I create that one crazy ad that breaks the internet. But the data tells a different story. Brands doing over $4 million in revenue are running hundreds of live creatives every single month. Now, you might be thinking, isn't 100 ads too many? Does blindly increasing ad volume actually increase revenue? If you just asked yourself that question, you already have the mindset of the top 10%. In fact, the correlation between ad volume and revenue is only 1.3%. This means if you just blindly scale your creatives from 10 to 100, your chances of increasing revenue are about the same as winning the lottery. Why? Because most ads are garbage. The market is completely cold. 99 out of 100 ads you painstakingly created will not stop a customer's thumb because only the viewer's reaction determines the quality. If you come up with a crazy idea for this ad, you put in a lot of money to create this amazing, visually aesthetic, stunning ad, you win design award, your ad goes viral, but you can't say that ad is high quality because it failed to do what it's supposed to do, generating sales. So you need to keep in mind that the purpose of ad is to generate revenue, unless you're already a very big brand and you want to establish your brand image. And in that case, it's okay to focus on other metrics. But other than that, it's strictly vanity metrics. Only the viewer's reaction, in this case, whether they make the purchase or not, determines the quality. Data shows that brands with an ad deactivation rate, which is ad turned off rate, of 80 to 100% tested a median of 1,623 ads. But on the other hand, brands with a deactivation rate of 0 to 20% tested only 127 ads. The test volume for top brands are 13 times more than the bottom. The most successful brands do not fear the fatigue point. They spread their creative, dumping a massive volume into the market and ruthlessly kill the bottom 80% of the losers without an ounce of emotion. The brands that test the fastest and kills the losers the fastest, they just win. I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, how are we supposed to shoot 200 or 300 ads? We don't have the time or resource or money or budget, none of it. But here's the thing. You don't need to rent a studio and hire models every week. Absolutely not. If you do that, you'll go bankrupt for sure. And even the big brands don't do that. When the big brands shoot a new creative, they use it for months, if not years. For fashion brands, it might be a different story. The trend doesn't change as fast as you imagine. For example, think about this mic. You shoot one time and you can use it for years. I'm not telling you to shoot 300 entirely different videos. Find exactly one powerful selling point that solves a real customer pain point and take that one winning video and breaking it down to an atomic level. Keep the core body of the video the same, but create 50 different 3-second hooks. Let's say your product is an earplug and it prevents hearing loss, and you target music festival lovers. Then the hook body CTA looks something like this. You can show the day after the festival where people is suffering from the ringing, the noise, the headaches, and telling them this is because your ears has been damaged. Your ears has been damaged. Or give them urgency, give them the reason to take action immediately by saying something like, if you don't protect your ear, you will lose part of your hearing. As another hook, you can show the exact moment when the loud music comes out from the speaker and people cover their ears, or a footage of music festival drone shot. You can come up with different hooks. And if something works, and multiply it by combining with different parts of different videos. In this CTA, you can combine this hook with this body and this CTA. This way you can have multiple variations. So you have 3 hooks, 3 body, and 2 CTA. That is 3 times 3 times 2, which is 12. And now you can easily make 12 variations. And you can also give a little minor tweak to existing videos, like changing the text overlay, use video editing tools to change the pacing or layer on different AI voiceovers, and then throw these variations into the market. And when the second fatigue hits and efficiency drops, you just kill them. This is the highest leverage, lowest cost method the top 10% use to generate massive testing volume without additional shoots. If you're not sure if this really works, take a look at this. Alex Hormozi is a famous business YouTuber, and he himself owns multiple businesses that generates millions of dollars in revenue. And his ads look like this.
In a lot of ways, business is like a video game because the great.
So this is the same outfit he has, and I think it's the same copy. This is another video variation that he made.
I created ACQ Vantage, which is
yeah. So it's the same exact studio, same exact outfit, same ad copy. The only thing that changed is the hook, the first part of the video. The combination of hooks, body, and the CTA is different. This is the exact method that gurus use. You need to ditch this concept of perfectionism in your head and just trust the math. Too many brands delay going live because the ad isn't perfect yet. When the bottom 90% are holding on to 127 ads, praying for perfection, the top brands are throwing 1,600 ads out there and forcing the market to give them the answer. We cannot control the algorithm or perfection, but the only variable we can control are the speed of our tests and the decisiveness to kill our failures. Lower tier brands can't bring themselves to turn off a failing ad because they get emotional about how much it costs to shoot. True winners operate without emotion. They test fast, and if the numbers aren't there, they kill it instantly. That is the only way testing 1,600 ads is mathematically possible. Just make each ad cheap and fast, and kill it without emotion. So let's summarize. If your growth has plateaued, stop blaming quality and start looking at your volume. The brand that tests fast and kills fast eats the market. And that volume doesn't come from a camera. It comes from the editing room through asset atomization. I've just given you the exact playbook. Plan hundreds of creatives for your brand, monitor the fatigue daily, and kill the losers. The data proves this system is the answer. But if you or your internal team tries to set up and run this atomization process yourselves, it will take weeks, and you'll drop the ball on your core business. The fastest shortcut is to borrow the brain of someone who has already built the machine. Drop a link to your best performing ad in the form below. For the first 5 brands, I'll personally run it through our team system and send you 3 high converting variations for free with 0 extra shooting required. Go run them live, and when your ROAS jumps, then we can talk about working as a partner. So think about the magic number of ads required to hit the top 10% in your niche. Scale your testing volume and crush your competitors. And I'll see you in the next one.